What up, people, and welcome to another episode of Social Moments, where we deal with all kinds of online trends. So today on the online trends list is the father of Ebony, Mr. Kwarteng, who decided to join this whole bizarre situation where they go on for this entertainment industry of late. Like, the thing know they make sense, but I don't blame the man. So you remember, right? Said last week there's been some whole revival of accusations in murder cases, started with Shatta Wale and Bulldog, with the whole Kwarteng murder, and some guy who was Shatta Wale's friend who had issue with Shatta Wale decided to also come out and back Bulldog by accusing Shatta Wale of being responsible for the death of Ebony and Vibrant Fire. Well, the father of Ebony decided to finally give his attention to this situation, and he has charged the Ghana Police Service to investigate Shatta Wale. Your man says he's gonna go personally there to the station itself to lodge a complaint, even though he knows Shatta Wale is already there, collaborating with the police service in giving them information about the death of Kwarteng. He's gonna go there to, to make a separate case for the death of Ebony, so that Ghana Police Service can look into Shatta Wale and how he had a role in the death of his daughter. He said this on Happy FM when they asked him about how he felt about the whole situation, which was sort of messed up for the radio station to do. But this is what he said. As you already know, I don't joke with anything that affects my late daughter, and as I've always done, I delve into this. I had to look into this because I can't let it go that easily. Soon I'll be reporting the problem with the footage I have and the statement that has been issued to the police headquarters. And I'm here thinking, what footage is he talking about? Ebony's death was a tragedy. We all know what happened. It was an unfortunate car accident where happened, and she perished along with two other people. It was a sad situation, but I don't blame him. I understand him. This man has been grieving for years. First of all, he be Ghana man, he be African. Nobody successful ever dies in this side of our world without people jumping into conclusion and attributing it to something spiritual or something crazy. So, it be already something with the Africa. Nobody ever dies of, like natural circumstances. Every successful person that would die, people always have these things saying, and especially when it's your own blood, your own daughter, who is very young and successful, and all of a sudden died in her prime. It's natural that he will go there. But time passed, the man was healing, or he has healed. Even if not completely healed, grandpa, he had been able to move down a bit. For some months now, I would say even a year, we haven't heard anything about him, going around on radio stations or TV stations, speaking about this and that, about the death of his daughter. And you people, you heartless people, decided to capitalize on this man's pain, his suffering, so that you can settle some cheap scores. Just you and Shatta Wale are no longer friends. Shatta Wale and Bulldog the beef. They say things about Bulldog, so you two must come and rubbish him and say whatever you gotta say to also put mud on his name. Even if you are causing somebody pain, you are not considering that. That's exactly what is happening. And this Whistler Finito guy is not even remorseful. He's not even remorseful to come back and say, to try and do some damage control. He came and doubled down in some rubbish post talking about how, I will say this again and I will say it with full authority, that Wale should come out and tell Ghana what he knows about Ebony and Vibrant Fire's death. If you're an entertainment pundit or whatsoever, don't just sit in your studio and talk about things you know nothing about, because these things goes beyond how you see it and what conclusions you draw upon them. You people live in a world that is so little to understand, yet is so big for you to live in. So you sit in your studios and talk anyhow. Before you sit on your radio station to say that my argument is flawed, just because you do not know what I know, please ask yourself these questions. And I thought it could be Nyansa questions or Nyansa revelations backed with solid proof that he was gonna provide. But no, this is what he said. 1. How come it was accident that killed Terry Bunchaka, Ebony and Vibrant Fire? Really? Because they are literally the only people in this world or in this country who's ever died through accident. What's next? We are going to blame Shatta Wale for the death of Susie Williams too. Like, what's even this? Of course, it doesn't end there. 2. How come all the 3 artists who fiercely related to the dancehall music genre and revolution in Ghana, died at the age of 21. Saying Vibrant Fire was what fiercely related to the dancehall music genre and revolution in Ghana is like one big. He had one hit song, first of all, not to like rubbish his memory or anything, but he had one hit song. I don't even know if the guy was actually 21. I know of Terry Boom and Ebony. I don't even know if Vibrant Fire was 21. People die under similar circumstances. People have vehicle accidents all the time. People die in car accidents all the time. They are not the first to die. 3. How come Bandana from Ghana Mukuhu, first ever hit album by Shatta Wale, became an instant hit in 2004, right after the death of Terry Boom in 2003? Like, it is so nonsensical, and it doesn't end there. It goes on for like 10 more points. I'm not even gonna continue. I'm gonna end it there. There's like 10 more points where he word vomits. He goes on and goes on about all kinds of nonsense and hypothetical situation where he thinks that he's talking some sense, but in actuality is nonsense conspiracy theory. He's the one responsible for all this nonsense. If anybody needs to be called by the police and actually investigated, it is him. But unfortunately, again, he did UK, just like Trini Jonas. He did outside this country, so he can say whatever he wants and get away with it. And it's not like Ghana police is gonna extradite him and bring him back to Ghana just so they can question him about these accusations he's making. But I so wish they could do that. Honestly, I so wish they could do that, extradite him, make he come bring out proof for all this nonsense he's saying. Because he's the person who started all of this. Like, Shatta Wale fucked up with those who accusing Bulldog of Fennec Autry's murder and all of that, by awakening emotions and like pain in the family and all of that. And people were already criticizing him for that. Make come add to something very fresh like the death of Ebony. Now, seeing what happened, you come out to this nonsense. Charlie, if it was up to me, Nanka the father would just, move on, continue his peace of mind, move on with his life. But again, like I said, I understand him. I understand where he's coming from, so I can't say I blame him. And I knew that there was a potential that this is going to happen. They were going to awaken emotions in that man. So I don't blame him for what is happening, for seeking justice, for thinking that he's seeking justice for the death of his daughter. He's a man who is still in pain, a man who is still grieving the death of his daughter. So I don't really blame him again. It's understandable his side, but the people who are in the background and putting more oil in this fire, bringing up all kinds of rubbish situations just so they can settle cheap scores, they are the ones who should honestly be dealt with. But yeah, actually, that's it for now. It's sad. It's really sad how this whole thing is playing out. Me, I'm sad for the man. I'm sad for Mr. Kwarteng because it's just gonna stir up emotions. But yeah, that's it for now. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Leave a like, subscribe. Catch you later.